Okay, think about this for a second. You get in your car pretty much every day, right? But how often do you really stop and consider what you'd do if that safe, familiar space suddenly became the most dangerous place you could possibly be? Well, today, we're going to break down a real-world survival playbook for exactly that moment, when a totally normal drive turns into a high-stakes crisis. So let's just put you right there, in the driver's seat. The road turns against you. Chaos just erupts out of nowhere. What's your move? Do you freeze up? Do you get angry and lean on the horn? Or do you execute a calm, calculated response? Believe me, the difference between those choices could be everything. Let's get into it. All right, first up, let's look at a scenario we're calling the highway trap. Now, think of this as an accidental gauntlet. This isn't some malicious plot. It's more like a perfect storm of totally normal, everyday driving events that suddenly line up to create a life-threatening puzzle with no easy way out. So here's the setup. You're just cruising along doing a comfortable 60 kilometers per hour. That's a little under 40 miles per hour. Up ahead, about 50 meters, there's a big oil tanker. You've seen this 1,000 times. Everything feels totally routine. Then, boom, out of nowhere, a parked car on the shoulder decides to merge, and they do it sharply, right behind that tanker. So your instincts just kick in. You drift a little to the right to create some space. A simple, smart, safe adjustment, right? But in that exact same split second, a faster car decides now is the perfect time to overtake you on your right side. They pull right up parallel to your door, and just like that, the escape route you thought you had, well, it just vanished. And now you see the trap. You are completely and totally boxed in. You've got the tanker ahead of you, the car that merged is now closing in on your left, and the speeding car has you pinned on the right. There are literally no safe moves left on the board. And the margin for error here? It is terrifyingly small. A tiny twitch of the steering wheel, a miscalculation of just a few degrees, would send you spinning directly into that oil tanker. This is how quickly a completely ordinary drive can become an absolute catastrophe. Okay, so that was an accident. A scary one, but still, it was just bad luck. Now, let's escalate things. What happens when the trap isn't random? We're shifting gears from a highway accident to something far, far more sinister, a deliberate, coordinated hunt. So I want you to imagine this. It's late, you're stopped at a traffic light. The light turns green, and a car just blows past you, cutting you off so aggressively you have to slam on your brakes. Your first thought? What a jerk. Just another reckless driver. Annoying, sure, but nothing more. So you're trying to get their license plate. Maybe your dash cam caught it, but then things get weird. Other cars, even a few motorcycles, they start flashing their high beams at you. A lot of them. And you're wondering, are they trying to warn me about something? Or wait a second, are they part of this? And that's when that chilling realization hits you like a ton of bricks. This isn't random. That car that cut you off, that was just the bait. All those other cars flashing their lights, they're the rest of the trap. This isn't road rage. You're being hunted. So you're trapped in a situation like this. It feels like you have absolutely zero options, but you do. This is the critical moment where we shift from being the victim to being the strategist. It's time to open up the driver's safety playbook and talk about how you take back control. The core of your entire defense comes down to this 5-step protocol. And the absolute #1 rule, the one you can never, ever break, is do not engage. No eye contact, no gestures, nothing. Your goal isn't to win a confrontation, it's to escape one. From there, everything else you do, trusting your instincts, knowing your surroundings, it all supports that one primary goal: seek immediate safety. This right here, this is the single most important mental shift you have to make. You must respond, not react. See, a reaction is all emotion. It's the panic, it's the anger, and it's what leads to reckless mistakes. A response is strategic. It is calm, it's deliberate, and it has only one single goal: getting you to safety. So where do you drive? Critically, you do not drive home. You never, ever lead a threat back to your front door. Instead, your destination is a safe haven. A police station is obviously ideal, but a hospital, a busy 24/7 gas station, anywhere with bright lights, cameras, and people, that'll work. Remember, the goal isn't to outrun them, it's to outsmart them by moving the whole confrontation to safe, public ground. And all of this, really, it brings us to your ultimate defense. And it's not about having a faster car or being a more aggressive driver. Nope, the most powerful safety feature you will ever have is your own mind. That way of thinking has a name. It's called preparedness. And look, this isn't about being paranoid. It's simply about having a plan. Preparedness is that feeling of calm that can settle over you when you know exactly what to do before the crisis even hits. It's about having this playbook already loaded in your mind, ready to run at a moment's notice. We've looked at the threats. We've detailed the strategy. You now have the tools to respond instead of just reacting. So the only question left is a simple one. You have the playbook. Are you ready?